Boas pessoal, aqui antes de começar aqui o nosso quinto dia, eu ontem fiz um levantamento porque muitas vezes já que estou a começar já não preciso de uma banca muito grande e vai se calhar dar a tendência para fazer uns leis mais altos ou assim uma coisa que eu vejo e penso, aí está mesmo aqui a pedir um lei, por isso vou reduzindo a banca a pouco e pouco conforme ela vai crescendo e em contrapartida vou aumentando a stake. A ideia da minha gestão de banca, para já, inicialmente, é, comecei com 20, quando tive 60 levantei 30, continuei com stake 3 e a ideia é fazer cada banca ser 10 stakes. Cada banca ser 10 stakes, caso perca uma ou duas, acho que não sinto tanta diferença. E agora o próximo passo é, tenho uma banca 30, quando chegar aos 80, levanto metade, passo com uma banca de 40 e vou aumentar a stake também. Quando chegar a stake de 4, quando chegar aos 100, levanto 50, passo para stake de 5, sempre assim. A ideia é, sei que para já nestes patamares, isto provavelmente deve até chegar aqui, deve demorar para aí 3 semanas, 4 semanas, perto disso. 3 a 4 semanas. Dá tempo para sedimentar conhecimento e julgo que de 3 para 5 de stake de 3 para stake de 5, acho que não há assim grande diferença. Não vai haver assim grande diferença, por isso vai ser tranquilo controlar. Claro que aqui para a stake de 10, que se calhar ser apanhado de uma vez só que eu perder stake de 10, se calhar acho que já, provavelmente já é muito. Se calhar muitas vezes é preferível se calhar fazer 3 stakes de 5 em vez de 2 de 10 e ir reduzindo por aqui. Mas pronto, isto é uma coisa aí pensante, para já vai até à banca de 50, acho que vai ser por aqui assim. Acho que chega, pelo menos nestes primeiros tempos. Depois vamos ver se acrescentamos e se chegamos à stake de 10. Como podem ver, com uma banca de 50, vai dar como stakes de 5. Stakes 5 já deve dar quase o dobro do que está a dar agora. Já dá para começar, já quase que se vê dinheiro. Mas pronto, no rumo, a longo prazo, logo veremos. Então vamos a isso, vamos lá a este dia para ver como é que corre.
Market in play.
Free bet handicap. It's over 1.75 miles. Alert de Rocha is out pretty well, but just ceding the advantage in the very early stages to Coldstream, who is a bit of a confirmed front runner. Also there in the early stages is Moonlit Night, prominent in the blue cap there, wide on the track, but probably taking them round the first bend in front is Sorlier Star. So it's Sorlier Star that goes on to, in second position, Pray for Glory, the dark blue with the white stars. They're then followed by Moonlit Night, Coldstream round the outside there in the dark blue with the green cap there, then followed by Lawman's Bliss, who's on the inside there in the check jacket. Alert de Rocha, the favourite, is towards the rear of the field at the moment in the white and green jacket. And then the last two at the moment are Cloudy Rose, and right at the back of the field is Sassy Go Lucky, those both in spotted jackets at the rear of the field. So they're heading on down the far side, and it's Sorlier Star that leads and just kicks on by a couple of lengths now to Coldstream in second, then Moonlit Night in third, followed then by Pray for Glory. Alert de Rocha is racing in fifth, the heavy favourite, followed then by Lawman's Bliss, and then Sassy Go Lucky, and at the back of the field now is Cloudy Rose. So as they carry on their progress down the far side of the track and just getting a little bit more grouped up than they were in the early stages, and it's Sorlier Star that continues to lead in the hands of Edward Greatrex to a pulling quite hard Coldstream. The green cap there in second has worked into a prominent position. The stars are Pray for Glory, then Moonlit Night towards the far side there in the blue cap races in fourth. Then Alert de Rocha, who's in fifth, then Lawman's Bliss on the inside in sixth position there, then followed by Sassy Go Lucky. And at the back of the field is Cloudy Rose. Making their way towards the end of the back straight, they're going to be making the turn at the top of the track very shortly. And it's Sorlier Star who continues to lead. Coldstream has just not settled at all. Around the outside, still pulling very strongly. Then on the inside, Pray for Glory, followed then by Moonlit Night, Alert de Rocha. Still a bit of a patient effort aboard here from Luke Morris, just creeping into the race. Lawman's Bliss, the check jacket, then followed by Sassy Go Lucky and Cloudy Roses at the rear of the field. Levelling up inside the final five very shortly, coming down the home straight. And it's Sorlier Star that's out in front. The Coldstream in second. Coldstream now just going on, still pulling. Sorlier Star in second, then Moonlit Night. Pray for Glory is looking for a little room in between the pair. Alert de Rocha now just being driven along. Lawman's Bliss is making eye-catching headway in the check jacket, followed by Sassy Go Lucky, and Cloudy Rose is at the rear of the field. Down towards the final final 3.5 they go, and it's Coldstream who now comes through to take it up, still travelling quite strongly despite the early pulling. To in second position, Pray for Glory. Alerta Roja has now been switched towards the centre of the track by Luke Morris, trying to get him a bit of a head of steam. Then Moonlit Night, who's still there, as Coldstream now begins to fade. And over the far side, Lawman's Bliss is getting into this as well. But it's Alerta Roja. It's been hard work for favourite backers, but now comes through to take it up to Lawman's Bliss in second. Then Moonlit Night, Pray for Glory. From the back, Cloudy Rose is staying on. Into the final furlong they go very shortly. And it's Alerta Roja, who's now on by 2 to 3 lengths and leads to Moonlit Night, who's trying to stay on.
And they're off and racing, and Mutanasek was the one slowest out of the gates. That was seemingly more by design, though. Held up in behind Ustath, who is the first one to show through the first of the 6 furlongs here, with Gio Giobbo sitting in second place alongside Abate, who's also up with the pace. Burrows Seaside's just in behind them. Athol Blair Boy another neck away, and on the outside New Bow moving now into contention. New Bow is followed by Avebury, who's just being nudged along in the middle of the pack. Mount Mogan is just ahead of Avebury. Also pushed along now is Mutarajel. Boy in the Bar struggling badly at the rear. Second last for Dick Datchery. And now Mutanasek's trying to make ground through runners, but being ridden to do so as well. They head then down towards the 2 furlong marker. The white face of Ustath still out in front from Gio Giobbo in second place. Abate coming there strongly. Burrow Seaside as well. On the far side, the other side now picking up nicely as well. And they're then followed through by Mutanasek, who's
Market suspended.
Challenge wide open. Half a furlong left to go. 4 in line. The other side, Gio Giobbo, Abate, Mutanasek and Ustath. They lunge towards the line. Gio Giobbo and Abate. A tight.
Next wave and King's Home is at the rear of the field as they rattle on down towards the halfway point in the contest. It's Autumn Flight that leads to Case Key, the grey in second, Smoky towards the left, the Black Sleeves. There then followed by Cahors, who's travelling strongly. Then Seneca Chief towards the far side. Invincible Lan is worked at. Then Global Prospector and King's Home. Down towards the final 2 furlongs they go. Autumn Flight the leader, Case Key now flagging. Smoky staying on quite well, followed by Seneca Chief. Then Cahors, Invincible Lan, Global Prospector and King's Home. Down towards the final furlong and a half they go. And it's Autumn Flight that leads. Global Prospector now trying to get involved. Smoky the near side. Then Cahors down towards the closing stages. Autumn Flight's been in the vanguard throughout, but Global Prospector is finishing off strongly. Global Prospector and Autumn Flight. Cahors is getting into it late, but racing up towards the line. He was taken down early and he's come back well. Global Prospector the winner. Autumn Flight was second. Cahors in third.
Market in play.
Very a bit slowly away. Implore just ahead of him, and also it's good to be us towards the outside flank and a little bit slowly away, but they all head through the first furlong, led by Encountered, who's got the lead, with Sir Lilo close up. And now Implore moves closer, sitting a very close third. Head Chef into the groove straight away, well positioned to the outside in 4th place. And Mount Snowdon comes next. Then we've got It's Good to Be Us racing alongside Atrium. And between the 2 of those is Udaberry. And they're all tightly clustered together as they race towards the end of the first 3 furlongs. On towards halfway they go. Encountered striding on nicely here with the lead. From in second place, Implore. Betting suggested it should be a good close race between the 2 of them. And supporters of each will have equal hope at the moment, I would guess, with Salilo now coming under pressure. Mount Snowdon's next, and then Head Chef to the far side. Udaberry and Atrium need to pick up, and then It's Good to Be Us as they now come down inside the final 2 furlongs. Encountered still holds the lead here from Implore in second place. Mount Snowdon's back in 3rd position, and Encountered running on strongly here. Encountered still with the lead. Looks to have shaken off Implore. From the back, Atrium is running on with some promise, but Encountered on second.
Taking some persuasion, Pearl India. She is in and they're off and racing.
Market in play.
1 over the 6 furlongs. Good start made by French Red, the horse for money this morning, in the red and green colours. La Roca del Fuego in the grey and yellow is also prominent towards the right. Willingly in the sheepskin cheek pieces also in the early vanguard there. Then followed by Teddy B, the stripes. Kalinda Dice, the far side there in the blue cap with a red star. Also there is Brazen Berry, or Badger Berry I should say. There then followed just off that front rank by Rodney LaRock, and then Hunden in the pink and purple there. Then followed by Pearl of India. Thaden Spirit towards the back, as indeed is Jazz Music. The big white face pace of Naminos, just getting a little bit closer, making their way towards the closing stages now. Inside the final 3 furlongs they go, willingly. Near side French Red though, French Red willingly, followed then by La Roca del Fuego. They're then followed in 4th position by a staying on Pearl of India, who's getting a bit closer, 100 nearest to us, and then Naminos and the rest. Inside the final furlong and a half they go. These 3 have been in the vanguard throughout, willingly down the centre of the track. La Roca del Fuego's all over the place, trying to get onto an even keel, and French Red nearest to us. Naminos is staying on from the back. Deep inside the final furlong they go, willingly finding more in front. The French Red and La Roca del Fuego racing up towards the line, willingly, and La Roca del Fuego, who's diving late, willingly just to La Roca del Fuego.
Nicely for the Sky Bet in running handicap, and Isla Kai taken straight to the front ahead of Ariel, who's seeking a 4-timer, sitting in 2nd place early on here. 3rd place is Liberated Lady on the outside of handicap debutant Existent, who's close up, and Shove Halfpenny King just at the back end of the field, 2 lengths behind him in last. The white and orange spots, Martin Dwyer carries that one in last place, but it's Isla Kai, number 4, who takes the field along. 2 clear now to Ariel in 2nd, still together, Liberated Lady and Existent, and Shove Halfpenny King still the back marker. Martin Dwyer just changing his hands on the reins just to see if he can motivate Shove Halfpenny King now into the home straight. Now this is interesting. Isla Kai has stayed all the way over on that far side running rail as they come past halfway. The other 4 all come very wide into the straight, taken there by Ariel, who's more or less heading towards the stand side. Existent in behind them with Liberated Lady, and Shove Halfpenny King still being pushed along. Who's got this right? Is it the 4 up the stand side? Now headed by Ariel, but now with Existent coming hard. Or has Isla Kai got the best spot over on the far side? Shove Halfpenny King's not found an awful lot. Liberated Lady under pressure too. Coming down to the final furlong. Isla Kai just in front, but these 2, Ariel and Existent with every chance as well. Isla Kai with Ariel wide apart throughout. Isla Kai in front from ridden along. Ariel in 2nd place. Isla Kai.
Market suspended.
Just so to Tavrina in the predominantly red with the yellow colours as well. Kazeva Princess, the sheepskin noseband, is prominent there towards the left. The grey and the colour change is Where Next Joe. Eastern Star, one of the market principles, is also prominent. The yellow and red colours, the sheepskin noseband. They're then followed by Halwa Azian, who's also in the front rank. Then in front, Agilet, followed then by Tilsworth Taibo in the green and blue nearest to us. Dilly Rosa towards the rear of the field at the moment. So too Thaki. Beryl the Peril is still at the back, and so too is Homegrown Alligator. Down towards the halfway point, and inside it they go now. And it's Tavrina, just about the leader there in the red cap. 2 in 2nd position, Where Next Joe, the grey with the sheepskin noseband. Kazeva Princess towards the near side is in 3rd. Eastern Star not finding a great deal. Robert Frost tries to stay on. Thaki and Kazeva Princess getting into this as well. And it's Kazeva Princess, the near side, who's just about gone on here now. To Where Next Joe in 2nd, then Tavrina. Agilet is now staying on from the back as well. Inside the closing stages they go. Kazeva Princess and Tavrina. Agilet still though storming home. Agilet now, Kazeva Princess as they go to the white. Eastern Star getting going late. And Thaki racing up towards the line. Kazeva Princess just a record over Agilet, but it'll go to the
jumping away.
Market in play.
Think about it was Happy Go Lottie, threatened to plant herself completely in the stalls, but she has jumped away. She's forfeited about 8 or 10 lengths as Lady Rockstar takes charge immediately, but keeping a close eye on her is favourite Free Wind on the inside running rail, and they're now separated by Mrs. Fitzherbert, who's moved up into 2nd place. On the outside of Free Wind is Capricious, tracked by Jasmine Joy, and then Athon. Athon's followed round the bend by Princess Anushka, and the back marker is Happy Go Lottie as they make their way then into the main meet of the bend. And the leader, Lady Rockstar. Lady Rockstar by a length and a half, sitting in front of Mrs. Fitzherbert in 2nd place. Against the rail, that's Free Wind, who shares 3rd place with Capricious. Capricious with the nose-banded head on the outside, just 3rd perhaps, under Joey Haynes. And then Athon, Jasmine Joy, they're together in company with Princess Anushka and Happy Go Lottie on the outside. Making their way into the home straight then, 4.5 furlongs to run from this point. Now where will Daniel Tudhope take the field? Lady Rockstar is our leader. Lady Rockstar from in 2nd, Mrs. Fitzherbert. They're followed then by Free Wind, who's you'd like to think would be travelling better than this at this stage of the race. Capricious comes next, and after Capricious, Jasmine Joy, who does seem to be travelling well. After those, we've got Princess Anushka, and they've left Athon behind. And Happy Go Lottie will come home in her own time as well, as they move on then to the final 2 furlongs. And across the track, we've got Lady Rockstar, joined now by Free Wind. Picking up quite well is Jasmine Joy, and behind those, Mrs. Fitzherbert is now under a bit of pressure. These 4 are quickly clear. Free Wind, the favourite, out in front. It's got a handy length and a half break over Jasmine Joy in second place. Lady Rockstar's now backpedal.
They go, they're racing for the Moulton Nurseries
Market
handicap
in
over the
play.
7 furlongs. Good start by Roman Dynasty. Sheepskin noseband, the white and maroon colours. Also prominent is Marley in the early stages. The purple Imperial Yellow, the very heavy favourite, has got to the position at the head of affairs and now goes on to lead. So it's Imperial Yellow in the white cap. In second position, Harrison Point, who now goes through to join. Then Marley racing in third, followed then by Roman Dynasty, then Spirited Guest in the white and blue. House of Kings towards the left as we look at them in the black jacket, then Fighting Temeraire and In Vale for the Queen is at the rear of the field at the moment as they make their way down towards the final half mile and inside it now. The leader is Harrison Point, in second position Imperial Yellow. They're then followed by Spirited Guest, who's really fighting with the rider towards the near side. House of Kings tries to get a little bit closer. Then Roman Dynasty, Marley's covered up for a run, then Fighting Temeraire and In Vale is at the rear of the field. Inside the final 3 furlongs they come. Harrison Point, the red and yellow colours, just about the leader. To Imperial Yellow in second. Roman Dynasty now being driven along. Spirited Guest and Tom Queally getting a bit closer towards the near side. Then House of Kings and Marley Fighting Temeraire and In Vale trying to find a run. Inside the final furlong and a half now, Imperial Yellow, the long odds-on favourite, is now, he's all to the pump ahead. On board is David Egan. Here comes In Vale, who's now travelling very strongly for Callum Shepherd. And it's In Vale now that goes on, covered up nicely, quickly on by a couple of lengths and racing up towards the line. In Vale wins for the Queen.
In play.
In the Irish EBF 2-year-old maiden. The Lute players well away with Verbal Sparring, closely followed by Ultramarine and Glengara. And these are followed on the outside by Up Above as they settle down. Behind them is Cowboy Justice and Memory Motel and Beauty Inspire. And these are being tracked by War Effort, Mudama and Sending. Ultramarine from Keen Running Up Above, who improves into second place, then Verbal Sparring, and in between horses is Glengara. Knocked back a few positions is the Lute Player, nudged along, then Cowboy Justice and Memory Motel, Sending and Beauty Inspire, War Effort, Mudama is the back mark as they've passed the halfway stage. And it's Ultramarine and Shane Cross going along a length in front of Up Above, and Lee Roach on the outside, the dark jacket, and Verbal Sparring, and Kevin Manning making smooth progress against the rail is Beauty Inspire and Colin Keane racing towards the final furlong, and Beauty Inspire has come to pick it up from Ultramarine. Up Above, Cowboy Justice runs on the outside of Glengara, and these are followed by Verbal Sparring, but Beauty Inspire has quickly settled the opener, is winning here in good style for Colin Keane and Gerlines. Cowboy Justice
In play.
Out of the gates over a mile 6.5, then the full St. Ledger course and distance, and steadied right away was Marigold. Jamie Spencer switching Marigold right off at the back of the field, and it's left to Double the Trouble to take the field along with Prison Break. They're both slightly wide on the track early. More up the inside running rail is Fleurman. Fleurman followed by Monbaha, and another length and a half back to the back marker Marigold, last of all. So 4 off the rail. Fleurman, the one happy to sit right on the rail as they continue to canter down the far side of the track. Up front, the overall leader is Double the Trouble. In this follow at the races on Twitter handicap. Double the Trouble and Jack Mitchell taking them now into the first bend in the race. In front from Prison Break, and now as the bend approaches, they've all just edged across towards it, joining Fleurman, who's in third place now. 4th position for Monbaha. And after Monbaha, another length and a half back to Marigold, so patiently ridden. So this bend will unfurl over the majority of the next half mile or so, with Double the Trouble still out in front. Prison Break second. Then we have Monbaha together with Fleurman, and Marigold still watching on from rear. Continuing on this turn, Double the Trouble, leading with a healthy 2.5 length lead over Prison Break. Fleurman right up the inside in the black and white stripes. Monbaha is another half a length further back in 4th, and Marigold is the back marker. And still they make this turn. Still left hand down as they move relentlessly towards the home straight. The leader still Double the Trouble, in front by 2 to Prison Break in second place. Prison Break is followed by Fleurman and Monbaha. And after Monbaha comes Marigold, still so patiently ridden as the runners now come back in towards the home straight. Just under 5 furlongs to run from this point. And the leader still double the trouble. Will swing into the straight ahead of Prison Break in second. Fleurman in third, chased along. Monbaha comes next, and the back marker is Marigold still. Double the trouble. Jack Mitchell's got 1 or 2 of these under pressure, including Fleurman, who's pumping along on the inside under Buick. Prison Break is still there. Monbaha stands side, and Marigold has closed up a little bit, just nudged into contention. In fact, now just easing to the stand side of Monbaha to try and deliver a challenge. Look at this for an open race. The 5 of them ride across the track here. Long-time leader, double the trouble though, now back pedals. Monbaha's come to the front. Fleurman, between the 2 of them is Prison Break. Marigold's not picked up. They head inside the final furlong now. Monbaha, Dane O'Neill strikes the front with Fleurman on the rail. The 2 of them come close together. They pull clear of Prison Break.
And they're off and racing.
Market in play.
Was very, very awkward out of the gates in the Quinbet Best Odds Guaranteed Apprentice Handicap over the 8 furlongs, the full extent of the straight track here at Yarmouth. And early stages, the King Steed goes forward in the red cap, the check jacket to Bint Dandy, who's racing in second. Spanish Main, the light-coloured jacket, is in third. Rosa Motor, the yellow and light blue towards the far side. They're then followed by Tire Yellow Ribbon. Not too far away is Disarming, another one in yellow colours. Potter's Question Problem, but just being nudged along already. They're then followed by Rajiha, followed then by Savitar in the red cap, also towards the rear of the field at the moment is Moment of Peace. Bristol Missile is towards the back as well, and the slow starting Roca Mahika is at the rear of the field, heading on down towards the halfway point. And the lead is held by the King Steed, spearheading the formation at the moment. The Spanish Main in second, then Bint Dandy, the dark green and red, followed by Tire Yellow Ribbon, the grey, who's making a little bit of progress in fourth. Moment of Peace, the red headgear, tries to get a little bit closer. Whip is drawn aboard Potter's Question. Bristol Missile makes a bit of progress over the far side, but plenty to do. Rajiha from the bad start gets a bit nearer as well. Down towards the final quarter of a mile they go, and it's Bint Dandy, a 3-time course and distance winner, down the centre of the track, just hanging a little bit, but still leads. Spanish Main in second, the King Steed in third. Tire Yellow Ribbon, the red noseband, getting a little bit closer. They're then followed by Disarming and Roca Mahika, who's ticking them off from the back. Down towards the final furlong they go. Bint Dandy, Tire Yellow Ribbon, followed then by Spanish Main.
Market in play.
Missed the break. This is the Irish EBF 2-year-old fillies maiden over 7 furlongs. The grey handy is She's a Vaporist with Discoveries. And on the outside is the Pontitas as they head across to the elbow. Hey Camille is in between horses. They're tracked by Tuesday and Smile of Love and Angel of the Stars and Shanghai Dragon. Himbuktu is on the outside, and these are being followed in the early stages by Michelin Mass, and then Cedro and Alarus, Kirkira and Pantelleria pushed along at the back of the field. Heading on to the 4, and Pontitas picks it up, tracked by Discoveries, Hey Camille. Tuesday next, She's a Vaporist, being followed towards halfway by Angel of the Stars and Himbuktu, and Shanghai Dragon and Michelin Mass, and then Smile of Love and Alarus, Cedro, Kirkira, Pantelleria. 3 to go. It's the Pontitas and Gavin Ryan just with the edge from Discoveries and Shane Foley coming to challenge, one from the rail. These are followed by Hey Camille and Shamie Heffernan, with Tuesday trying to stay on for Ryan Moore. Smile of Love has made some ground, and then Michelin Mass and She's a Vaporist, Kirkira next as they race to the final furlong, and Discovery strikes the front from the Pontitas. Tuesday still staying on the outside is Michelin Mass and Kirkira. Inside the final 150 yards, it's Discoveries from on the near side. Tuesday going to the line. Discoveries has possibly just made it home.
Market suspended.
And then the Michelin Mass, Kirkira, Smile of Love.
Yes, Discoveries defies a favouritism. Alpha Century Sister gets off the mark. Second time of asking the colours of.
They're off
Market in play.
Cometh the Man, missed the break. Cometh the Man particularly slowly away. Showing good pace is Paco Pash together with Sparkling Perry, who's now the overall leader. Enderman showing some speed. Desert Cat over towards the far side. Unashamed right there with Ireland's Eye. A little break then to Lockdown Lass, who is next together with Porth Diana, who's pushed along already. Miss Bella Brand playing catch-up as well, and there are 3 of them outpaced now. Perfect Dream together with Northern General and Cometh the Man. It'll be an amazing win if he can get there from that far back in the field. They head then down through halfway and up front across the track. Sparkling Perry together with Unashamed and Island's Eye over on the far side. Lockdown Lass is trying to be switched towards the far side running rail. Meanwhile, Paco Passion, Miss Bella Brand together with Enderman. They're next, and Cometh the Man tries to run up the near side, followed then by Molly's Brother. Over on the far side, Island's Eye and Lockdown Lass. Lockdown Lass now with the advantage. Miss Bella Brand and Cometh the Man are both coming home pretty strongly, but it's Lockdown Lass who's out in front.
Oh, in the first
Market in play.
12 runners well into their stride. Moto Afik got a good start towards the left, so in the yellow colours did Mark of Respect. On the extreme right, that's Exmoor Beast, who's heading towards the far rail. And tracking this one is Diamond Day. The other runners coming down the middle of the track. Evelyn Drew in the orange and green colours is prominent. Towards this side in the yellow colours, that's Mark of Respect. And the light blue, Moto Afik, who won here last week, taking quite a hold in the cheek pieces. So as they come down towards the end of the first 2 furlongs, on the extreme right, that's Exmoor Beast being tracked by Diamond Day. Down the middle of the track in the orange and green, Evelyn Drew. In the yellow with the blue cap, that's Mark of Respect. On the extreme left is Moto Afik. And dark blue and yellow cap, Sky Bright. On the heels of the leaders, then comes Galactic Glow in the maroon colours, the purple colours of Wurlitzer, the blue and white of Al Tak Mar. So now it begins to get interesting. 3 furlongs left to run. And the action now is down the stand side. And here comes Moto Afik in the light blue colours to join Mark of Respect. Also right there in the orange and green is Evelyn Drew. Under pressure now, but staying on is Wurlitzer in the maroon with a white cap. Galactic Glow is coming with a good run. A furlong and a half left to run. And possibly just the leader, Mark of Respect. But right with this one in the orange and green is Evelyn Drew. White cap towards the far side, staying on is Galactic Girl. Then the yellow cap on the far side of Sky Bright. Inside the last half furlong. And Mark of Respect has now come through to take it up.
0 seconds.
And in between them in the early stages is Rocky Dreams, followed across to the turn by Acquiescent and Valhalla's Dream. Imposing Supreme next with Chicoco and Swiss Ace as they settle down. And it's Valhalla's Dream who's come to pick it up, followed by Godhead, Acquiescent, Rocky Dreams and Major Power and Swiss Ace, Narado and High Time U1 and Chicoco and Imposing Supreme. These are being followed by Prince of Peace and Coins Cross and Dixie Bluebell. And then Apricot Rose and High Altitude, and out wide is Pong Pod, racing on towards the halfway stage, and the Brady family supporting Barrettstown Handicap, and blazing the trail is Valhalla's Dream and Alan Purse, showing just over a length in front of Godhead and Keen Mac Redmond. The pair are clear of the rest of the field. Rocky Dreams and Gavin Ryan, then Major Power, Acquiescent, Imposing Supreme, Swiss Ace, High Time U1, Prince of Peace, Ice Gold and Alex and Lorado, racing to the final furlong, and Godhead has come to pick it up from Valhalla's Dream. The pack are beginning to bear down. Imposing Supreme, High Time You on the outside, then Ice Cold and Alex and Acquiescent racing inside the final 150 yards. And here's Ice Cold and Alex. Are things about to fall right for him today? Yes, they are. Imposing Supreme.
Global Humour, 9 away.
Market in play.
Handicap, which is over a mile. And it's a Class 4 event, and a good start made by Saison d'Or, who takes the lead in the early part of the race, tracked then by the grey and orange of Twisted Dreams, and Saison d'Or and Jack Garrity come across to the near side. Twisted Dreams racing there just ahead of the favourite Tarub in the yellow jacket, who races alongside Eminent Hipster in the stripes. And then Old News in the red and grey, Crack Regiment in the middle of the field, followed by Little Joe on the outside, covered up on the inner then, the green colours of Tilsit with Harry George in the orange, still restrained Dancing Boy, who's at the back of the field with Global Humour, who's usually held up for a run anyway, but he's already about 7 lengths off the pace here as the runners race on down towards the halfway point. Being held together in front, Saison d'Or from Twisted Dreams, only about half a length between them. Eminent Hipster is racing kindly in 3rd place with Tarub and Tom Marquand travelling comfortably in 4th. Old News is next, Crack Regiment, Little Joe, and then Tilsit on the inside then of Dancing Boy in the blue and yellow colours. Harry George still travels well behind in the orange jacket, and weighted with is Global Humour. And now they're trying to quicken up from the 2 marker here. And it's Twisted Dreams and Kieran Fallon that take over, and they do quicken.
It's got the favourite Tarub at it, so to Eminent Hipster, who's trying to come with a run on the near side. Crack Regiment is being produced down the centre of the course. Three almost in a line as they race past the half furlong marker. Tarub having to dig deep. Crack Regiment on the far side, though, is stronger and...
Market in play.
Red John, but on the far side, Zane Claudette broke well here in the white cap. Comes Sacred Jewel to take it up. And on the left is Dubai Jewel. These three at the head of affairs. Then comes Spice Line, the red colours of Annie's Song, the yellow and red of El Saab. Then towards the far side, we've got Red Joan, and just the back marker is Ebtasama. As they come down now with just over 3 furlongs left to run. The white cap, Sacred Jewel. The far side is Zane Claudette. This side, the yellow colours of Dubai Jewel. Then on the heels of the leader, Spice Line in the dark blue colours travels nicely. The red colours of Annie's Song. On the extreme left, we've got Ebtasama. Here they come down now towards the final 2 furlongs. Still Sacred Jewel. James Doyle has the lead. Coming with a good run is Zane Claudette towards the far side. It's trying to stay on from a long way back. In the red colours is Annie's Song. In the yellow colours is Dubai Jewel. Furlong left to run. Zane Claudette now just possibly the leader from Sacred Jewel. Now staying on is Dubai Jewel. In the red colours, Annie's Song is coming as well. But it's Zane Claudette and Ray Dawson who has the lead. And they've gone clear. Coming towards the line, Zane Claudette.
Guy ladies evening underway with Point Louise, the yellow sleeves, and London Palladium grey cap. A little bit slow in getting away, jostling for a position down towards the inner. Trumbull, an orange jacket out wide, is taking a while to work over, but is prominent as they go into the turn with Super over the pink sleeves. And then Falconbrook in a dark blue jacket racing wide of Melody of Life, the striped sleeves, the King Pass hooks for Hayley Turner, and London Palladium disputing last place with Point Louise as they race across the far side and complete the first 3 furlongs. So it's Trumbull up on the outer of Super Over, a little separating the leading pair. They race 2 lengths clear to Falconbrook wide of Melody of Life, and then London Palladium against the rail, still being shadowed by Point Louise, the yellow sleeves. Through the halfway point they go and on down towards the final 3 furlongs. And the tempo just beginning to increase. Trumbull having to be pushed along, one off the rail. Super Over clinging to the fence. Melody of Life stalks them going well. The star on the cap for Hayley Turner, waiting to pounce, it would seem, as they round the last part of the bend. Super Over kicking on. Melody of Life now giving chase as Trumbull weakens away. Point Louise with the yellow sleeves has been pulled out. London Palladium, the grey cap, is also running on from the rear. On down the straight. Melody of Life on the left now coming through to challenge Super Over. London Palladium has moved into third, and then Point Louise, and it's Melody of Life who strikes on deep inside the last furlong and begins to clear away here. 2-3 lengths ahead, driven out by Hayley Turner. Melody of
in play.
Starters, Time and Money, Laura Yates, and also Kasparenko. This is the feature, the Board Namona Recycling Apprentice Derby over 1.5 miles. Beyond Happy is prominent with Legal Spin and Shamat, Blue Shadows on the outside of Aurora Princess as they race the end of almost 2 furlongs. These are tracked by Sea Ducker, the striped colours on the inside of Powerful Kieran. Not far behind them is Mountain Fox, and then Drook and Sea Trout Reach. And then on the outside is Igraine, then Malbus and Marty Cruz, the grey in between horses. It's a long, long road, and Lord Yates and Parisian Ways, Time and Money, Tudor City and Kasparenko. Continuing right over on the far side of the track. And in front, Beyond Happy has raced on 2.5 lengths clear under Luke McAteer with Shamad and Sam Ewing in second, and Legal Spin and Donna O'Connor in third place as they climb towards the 7 furlong point. Not far behind them is Aurora Princess and Scott McCullough, the pair on a hat-trick. And then Mountain Fox on the outside, Alan Pearce as they turn. At the 7 furlong point, Beyond Happy is the leader, followed by Shamat and Legal Spin and Blue Shadow. And Aurora Princess and Sea Duck at the rail, and Mountain Fox as they head for the 6 furlong point, the halfway stage. Beyond Happy nicely cleared of Shamad, Legal Spin, Blue Shadow, Aurora Princess, Sea Ducker and Mountain Fox and Sea Trout Reach. Drook is on the outside of Malbus. And shuffle back. There's Powerful Kieran, then Mary Cruz and Igraine, Laura Yates, It's a Long, Wrong Road, and Time and Money, Kasparenko. and Parisian Ways in Tudor City, racing past the 5. On the board, Namona Recycling Apprentice Derby, Beyond Happy not so far in front. Blue Shadow improves on the outside of Shamad, who's in between the pair. Legal Spin is niggle along in 4th, and then Aurora Princess, Sea Ducker and Mountain Fox. Malbus, Alori Yates runs on in between horses, and then Sea Trout, Reach and Drook and Powerful Kieran and Marty Cruz and Time and Money. Straightening up, less than 3 furlongs to go. It's Beyond Happy in front from Legal Spin, trying to throw down a challenge on the rail. Then Blue Shadow being followed by Alori Yates, who's still coming into it. Shamat and Malbus is next, then Mountain Fox and Aurora Princess. Sea Duckers drop right away as they hit the furlong point, and they've still got to go and pass. Beyond Happy from Alori Yates, Legal Spin, Malbus, Mountain Fox, Aurora Princess, racing into the final 100 yards.
Second now, and away they go. And in fact,
Market
Saluti's
in play.
blindfold pulled off in just the nick of time in the middle. For the Rebecca Menzies working with Bentley Newcastle handicap over the straight 5. East Street Review, red cap down the centre with yellow again. Canford Bay tracking with Tantastic on the near side. Astrazone is leading a little group of 4 or 5 here, with Expert Opinion tucked in next to the rail here with the cheek pieces. The black and white colours then of Tanasok in touch. Spanish Angel and Edison is outpaced. Over on the far side, held up towards the back of the field, is Coropic, together then with Saluti, and also Baliar is being scrubbed along. Already they're past the 2 furlong marker. Astrazone on the near side, down the centre, East Street Review, Canford Bay. Coropic is running on strongly around the out far side there. Saluti's full of running behind them, but it's not picking up. They're racing up inside the final furlong. Astrazone, here comes Tanasok with a...
This one company. On the far side, Rick now the favourite, running 3rd, running 4th in the checks, George Morland. In the stripes, Riffer Wonder runs 5th, the red colours of Sugeri. And behind Sugeri, we've got Invincible Swagger, and Dashing Dick is towards the rear. So coming down now with about 5 furlongs left to run in the Rich Club with Rich Kennedy handicap. The action down the middle of the track. And Dashing Dick with the cheek pieces on is the joint leader with Nicola Curry on the right. On the left, if you dare, Joe Fanning, the man who won the Gold Cup at Royal Ascot last week. 3rd on the far side in the yellow and black epaulettes is Rick Nard, James Doyle. Yellow and black checks of George Morland, David Probert this side. Then in the red colours, Sageli is asked to improve under Ray Dawson, and then switch towards the far side, Riffer Wonder. There's not a lot to choose between the leading 6. Here they come down to where it starts getting interesting, and here comes Sageli in the red colours with a good-looking run. If You Dare is right there as well. Cheek pieces, Dashing Dick. Here comes Ricknar on the far side to possibly take it up. Ricknar now goes on the favourite, but only just. Dashing Dick fights back this side. It's Ricknar and James Doyle.
Blue Jacket is Safe Cracker with Interpretation, followed by Hazia as they race the end of the first furlong. Sanuski next, and then Alpine Sierra and Anthem and Boulette. Length and a half to Summit Star and Comedy La Vega. Global Export at the rear of the field. Racing on to the mile mark, and its Interpretation and Ryan Moore in front, but only just, to Safe Cracker and Ben Cohen. Running the rail is Sanuski and Chris Hayes. These are tracked towards the 7 furlong point by Alpine Sierra. Reaching the 7 and starting the uphill run to the top of the track. Interpretation, just holding sway over Safe Cracker, Sanuski and Alpine Sierra. These are followed by Boulette and Hazia. In behind them, the Summit Star and Anthem, Comedy La Vega, and the back marker remains Global Export and Apprentice Derby winner Luke McAteer. Racing towards the halfway stage, Interpretation by less than a length to Safe Cracker, Sanuski next in 3rd, and 4th is Alpine Sierra. Boulette followed by Hazia, a couple of lengths to Summit Star. Final 3 are Anthem, Comedy La Vega and Global Export. Passing the 4 and heading for the home bend, it's Interpretation. Stalked into the straight by Safe Cracker. Striped colours of Sanuski in 3rd, and 4th is Alpine Sierra. 5th is Boulette, and 6th with the noseband is Zia. Final 4, Summit Star Anthem is driven. Global Export relegates to the back of the field Comedy La Vega. They're well in the straight, 2.5 furlongs from home, and it's Interpretation trying to shrug off Safe Cracker. A couple of lengths back to a running on Hazia. Sanuski, Alpine Sierra, and they're followed by Boulette as they race to the final furlong, and it's the the principal pair battling it out. Interpretation and Ryan Moore from Safecracker and Ben Cohen on the near side. They have it between them. In third place is Azia racing up towards the finish. Interpretation is holding Safecracker. Interpretation is a first.
All set now. And
Market suspended. Market in play.
The slowest to stride there was Count d'Orsay for this William Hill Gosforth Park Cup handicap. Old Caspian Prince showing plenty of toe in the early part of the race there, with Ornate on the near side, Kind Review in the pale green, Copper Knight next to the rails, Sunday Sovereign chasing up with Embor, Blue de Vega and Al Jardi on the far side, Blue de Vega and the green capper next, Masonic towards the back with Venturous, Desert Safari being squeezed along, then Ostilio and driven along and outpaced Count d'Orsay at the very back of the field, then Lahore taken off his feet. And it's Old Caspian Prince who leads the field down towards the final furlong and a half here. He leads them by about half a length from Blue de Vega on the far side, who's running a big one this evening. Trying to stay on behind them is Venturous together with Embor. From the back, Masonic is leaving it late inside the final furlong. Copper Knight running on as well. Caspian Prince, can he hang on? Masonic bearing down over on the far side, but Caspian Prince has done it again.
Market.
Broke fastest of all, the grey Yorkshire Lady. Up on the outside, here comes the Jean Genie. Then the pink cap of Brunera, and the back marker is Mashkura. So coming towards the end of the first two furlongs, about to swing right-handed, back towards us in the straight. And the Jean Genie, Joe Fanning now goes on, the leader by two. Amy Beach, David Probert in second. Third on the outside, the pink cap, Brunera, James Doyle. Then the grey horse, that's Yorkshire Lady, Adam Kirby, the man who won the Derby. And the back marker is Mashkura and Andrea Azzini. So here they come down the home straight, 7 furlongs left to run in this Rich Energy Powering You Fillies handicap. On the right as we look, that's the Jean Genie. On the left in the darker colours, that's Amy Beach. Tracking these two in the pink cap is Brunera. Behind Brunera comes the favourite from Yorkshire, Yorkshire Lady. And the back marker is still Mashkura. 5 lengths between the quintet as they come down the home straight. And they've got a good clip right from the word go. The Jean Genie for the William Stone stable is the leader by about a length. From Amy Beach, from the Mick Shannon stable. I wonder if Mick can score here. Then we've got Brunera from the Hugo Palmer stable. Then the left is the grey from the Michael and David Easterby yard. And still the back marker Mashkura from the Roger Varian stable. And a wake-up call for the favourites. Yorkshire Lady, she's under pressure, switched towards the left, but she's having to be ridden along and getting another wake-up call. The favourite could be in trouble here. Let's see what happens as they come down to the closing stages. 2 furlongs left to run. Amy Beach disputes it with Brunera on the far side. And then in third place is the Jean Genie. Fourth on the far side is Mashkura. Now Yorkshire Lady's beginning to stay on, but has a lot of ground to make up. Furlong left to run. Brunera on the far side, but wandering. On this side, it's Amy Beach. It's on the far side. Brunera, James Doyle looking for a double, and he looks if he's going to get it. Brunera is now striding away to win it in style. Brunera is the winner. In second place is Amy Beach, and in third,
Market suspended.
Bem, pessoal, aqui fica o profit do dia 25. Ao início teve muito poucas corridas, só depois, acho que das 5 da tarde, é que das 5 às 6 quase que houve tantas corridas como das 2 às 4. Por isso, eu não costumo gostar muito das corridas mais tarde, porque costumam já ter menos liquidez. Sendo que os trades que eu faço muito com base na liquidez, acaba por sair muito 0 a 0. Tipo, tem aqui muitas corridas onde não foi muito, a prestação não foi muito boa, mas pronto. Na prática foi o dia com maior lucro até agora. Notas a ter em conta. A coisa assim de mais não teve. O dia todo, na prática, o dia não teve grandes apontamentos fora do normal. Mas se calhar uma coisa que eu reparei que podia ter muito potencial era aqui acumular free bets no favorito quando ele vai na frente. Porque o mercado tem sempre uma especulação enorme no favorito. Tem sempre se ele for na frente, se ele vier relativamente bem, não digo ir na frente como primeiro, mas mais resguardado atrás do segundo ou ali ao lado ou atrás do primeiro, acaba por dar para fazer muitos trades curtos, que faz com que consigamos acumular muito dinheiro nele e depois for preciso de um momento para o outro que ele tenta vir para a frente, mesmo que não consiga, ele tenta, basta dar uma pequena aceleradela que o mercado vai logo derreter o dinheiro por ali abaixo e aquilo desmorona tudo, e aí conseguimos fechar a nossa free bet muito, muito bem cá em baixo. Por isso acho que é um apontamento que eu posso ter em conta. De resto, não vi mais nada de fora normal. Há aqui muitas coisas que continuam a acontecer, mas pronto, isto é ir trabalhando dia a dia, devagar, para ir acumulando experiência, para conseguir melhorar. Vamos ver como corre no sábado, por isso fiquem bem e até amanhã.